Hello, welcome back again to Honeydew Chapter 1, the best Christmas present in the world. This audio, part 3, will be shorter than the second one. Let's continue reading. I folded the letter again and slipped it carefully back into its envelope. I kept awake all night. By morning, I knew what I had to do. I drove into Bridport, just a few miles away. I asked a boy walking his dog where Copper Beaches was. House number 12 turned out to be nothing but a burned out shell. The roof gaping, the windows boarded up. I knocked at the house next door and asked if anyone knew the whereabouts of Mrs. Macpherson. Oh, yes, said the old man in his slippers. He knew her well, a lovely old lady, he told me, a bit muddled headed, but at her age she was entitled to be, wasn't she? 101 years old. She had been in the house when it caught fire. No one really knew how the fire had started, but it could well have been candles. She used candles rather than electricity because she always thought electricity was too expensive. The fireman had got her out just in time. She was in a nursing home now, he told me, Burlington House, on the Dorchester Road on the other side of town. I found Burlington House nursing home easily enough. There was paper chains up in the hallway and a lighted Christmas tree stood in the corner with a lopsided angel on top. I said I was a friend come to visit Mrs. Macpherson to bring her a Christmas present. I could see through into the dining room where everyone was wearing a paper hat and singing. The matron had a hat on too, and she seemed happy enough to see me. She even offered me a mince pie. She walked me along the corridor. Mrs. Macpherson is not in with the others, she told me. She's rather confused today, so we thought it best if she had a good rest. She has no family, no one visits, so I'm sure she'll be only too pleased to see you. She took me into a conservatory with wicker chairs and potted plants all around and left me. The old lady was sitting in a wheelchair, her hands folded in her lap. She had silver white hair pinned into a wispy bun. She was gazing out at the garden. Hello, I said. She turned and looked up at me vacantly. Happy Christmas, Connie, I went on. I found this. I think it's yours. As I was speaking, her eyes never left my face. I opened the tin box and gave it to her. That was the moment her eyes lit up with recognition and her face became suffused with a sudden glow of happiness. I explained about the desk, about how I had found it, but I don't think she was listening. For a while, she said nothing, but stroked the letter tenderly with her fingertips. Suddenly, she reached out and took my hand. Her eyes were filled with tears. You told me you'd come home by Christmas, dearest, she said, and here you are, the best Christmas present in the world. Come closer, Jim, dear, sit down. I sat down beside her and she kissed my cheek. I read your letters so often, Jim. Every day I wanted to hear your voice in my head. It always made me feel you were with me. And now you were. Now you're back. You can read it to me yourself. Would you do that for me, Jim dear? I just want to hear your voice again. I'd love that so much, and then perhaps we'll have some tea. I've made you a nice Christmas cake, marzipan all around. I know how much you love marzipan. The story is written by Michael Morpurgo. It's a very touching and sweet story. Okay, to tell you the truth, I myself also need reading practice. It's been a while since I last read a story aloud. My voice, my tongue, they need exercises. We all do, right? And I want you to read this story aloud at least 2 times. And for the writing assignment, you have to do comprehension check 1 and 2, and below that, under that, working with the text. I select this number 1, 2, 6 and 7 for your assignment. You have to write answer working with the text number 1, 2, 6, 7, comprehension check 1 and 2, 6 questions, isn't it? 6 questions, and to read the story at least 2 times. All right. I hope you enjoy doing your assignment. See you soon. Bye bye.